Hello and welcome back to the final part of our collab city between me and Ocean Man. In Songs of Six, here we are, the mountain. I know why am I looking at the mountain? Because I didn't want to see the city I kind of spawned in. He did his 5 years. We are in year 26. We had discussed the potential to have more than 5 years for my last year, as I am the last one. I'll be taking it to year 30. I'd like to go over how much we've done, though. Between two brains, we managed to get a lot done. So here we are. Start with something familiar. This is his castle. It appears nothing has changed. The grand arena has been finished, and our nice rows of benches are still here, although it looks like these admin buildings may have been added, these two. We've got our dungeons, our mass grave, warehouses stayed the same, our little castle, Manema Park. So it looks like the downtown area is still the same, except for he moved the castle, he moved the throne room. We've got our nursery, our training ground, our massive laboratories. So everything in this half of the city is still the exact same. Right off the bat, though, I'm going to take those away, probably. I'll do it later. I'm just going to continue looking at the city, because at the state we're at for this... Ooh, actually. Oof. Ugh. Where's my meat? What happened to the meat? Where's all that meat at, man? Alright, so we still got our farms, clay pits, cotton farms, etc., etc. So I think he spent all of his time on the other side of the city. We've got this massive... this is nice. This is nice. Space for all our bread. It's already filled up, of course. We have two bakeries over here, so he might have came into a problem with all that stuff that was coming in. Yeah. It's not over there anymore. I gotta find where the capital is. So that's an embassy building. Are we using our emissaries? No, we're not. Sorry, I'm a little sick, so if I sound a little congested, that's why. So, we have all these emissaries... Oh, excuse me? Why does this embassy have 56 ambassadors? And they don't look like... Oh, you know what? He could be using them to obtain happiness. Oh, whoa. So this is the start. This is Collab. Iron Baby Pernberg. Sarlo, he's kept. Stinky Poop Gonked. So it's been a week. Tundra, Water Puff, Jizzin, Joey, Minor Brow, Gloverich, Reshton. So I think that most of the territories that he conquered are these three here. I think these couple ones, Munchin, that's mine for sure. So we definitely didn't expand too much. I'm not quite sure where he put all of these ambassadors, because if you look at the factions, this thing here tells you if there's an ambassador there, and you can see I don't have options to ambassadors, so that means the ambassadors are currently being used, but I don't see them. I don't know where they are. And sometimes they will be like allocated to a place. Yeah. So he has assigned all of our envoys to the region itself to get the loyalty, so that when he comes in, he can just take it over. When you do that, in my personal opinion, it's just easier to raise the city, raise the area itself. They take a little bit of hit to their loyalty overall, but there's no people. The support will be literally non-existent. It doesn't matter. And then it'll grow. That's how I do it. It seems to work pretty well. We have a restaurant, lavatory. Whoa, that's a big old castle, man. A nice library. We have 94,000 knowledge. Another warehouse with all of the goods, all of the stuff that you could use. What does it need? 905 furniture to upgrade. So this seems to be the opposite of what the other storage is. We have restaurant, another lavatory, metal smelters, physician. Ooh, that is a big physician, my dude. Barber. See, he takes a very different approach, carpenter and weaver. We still have our businesses over here, yeah. So these guys are still doing their jobs over here. We have carpenter, bakery. Oh wow! Now let's look at the piece de la resistance. So he has these pulling sweet water. Is there groundwater over here that... No. But he has water being pulled out of them somehow. 2018. Barely any tiles of space, but he has the pumps out here. I don't know why he didn't just take 2 pumps. You could tell I had more time with the beta and alpha than Ocean Man and other people, because he has this straight line right here. He could have just brought 2 pumps from up here, could have cleared out this grain farm, put the 2 pumps there, and then just had to go straight down over the wall. And then you'd have all of this as space for things. The fruit orchards are a nice touch. I don't want to remove any of what he's done, as I do kind of like it aesthetically. But I may add that water pump here. No, I can't. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. He did so much. He put a pump in here for the pool. Guard post, stage, another guard post. Ooh, that is a nice chamber, dude. I don't think I can top him. He did a good job here. He showed like what it is that songs players are good for. Oh my goodness. This I will fix for him because I know how to fix it. You can see the bottom is dirt. How did he think of all of this? He built the building first, and he said he placed the throne underneath. I didn't know that. So the reason why I never moved my throne is because I always thought that you couldn't build the roof over it. It never occurred to me that you build the roof first and then you put the throne inside of it. So, yeah. Oh, he actually named this the treasury too. So what did you name this? Warehouse 51. He didn't name that one anything. But he did name this one treasury. And there's lots of spare space for troops if we were ever get assaulted. Janitor, water pump. Damn. We made quite a beautiful city, and we've taken up a lot of Fiend's basement. Yes, that's my Discord. So I'm wondering, did he didn't theme it though. I think that if I was to make my own house, it's definitely very luxurious. I like that. But this area, instead of food, I'm not a production guy. I'm a killing guy. I'm a murdering guy. I would have fucking dungeons. I would have had lots of dungeons inside my little castle here. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Immediately off the bat, I think that we had decided, he had said that it would be a dick move in his video if people were to remove other people's things. And then I saw that after I had removed all his farms and changed them. I felt so bad when he said that. I was like, oh god, I'm a dick. So, with this, what we're gonna do is actually be a huge dick and remove this shit. These pastures are worthless. Absolutely worthless. Places like munching here, they're providing us wood, could provide us easily the same amount in food. So if I go and drop that, so that's going to be 40 on base level, 20 for meat and leather there. So we'll do that. You see 55 right there. It's only going to take 6 build points to get that up. We can easily expand this region. So the problem is not the land clearance usually. I think it's this. Nope. Workforce 8. There we go. That's how you do it. So that's gonna boost it to the max level that it possibly could get in this area. Alright, here we are. We finally upgraded and updated all of the little regions. All of our regions are updated. We've got this little empty army here. So Sarlo, in the last episode, I beat the heck out of him. I just kept beating him up. And that's how I made my money. Ideally, I'd like to do that to Sarlo again. And Métis, or whatever, Mistis. This group here and this group. Stinky might grow. Yeah, they're definitely going to hit their level 3. So pretty soon we'll be able to get some good stuff from this region. They're sending us meat and opiates, which is great. And we're going to see if we can't get some new territories under our wrap here. Mostly where we're at, I'd like to just expand our population for admin. So there should be a lot more admin buildings and embassies. So I'll probably remove this pasture. I built this pasture. We don't need to have the meat made here if it's being sent to us. All of this space could be reused for something else. More city-based infrastructure. Because that's kind of how the game goes. A lot of the time people get caught up in the monotony of things like fruit orchards. And I kind of did that just because I knew he was going to complain about food. I knew that he was going to be sad about food. But once you get a good setup for the world map, it's just game over. So I'm going to get to it. As this is the last episode, I'm not gonna follow it as closely. I did want to give the first part of it a very good introduction because he has done a great part on his half. Go check out his series. He's phenomenal at editing. He's great at keeping the story together. He's really good at design here. I look forward to watching the rest of this video. I did not watch it. I only came over and watched the first like 5 minutes just to kind of. I like to see what he sees when he's just jumping in, and then I go and let him play the game, and then I'll watch it later. So be sure to go check out his video, as this is the continuation. This is the final part. You can see we can upgrade certain cool things like that. This is the final part of the series. We may do a breakdown of it together or something. I don't know. There's definitely potential for more videos of this type. So just be aware. There's gonna be more at any point. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, here we are. Not quite year 30, but I honestly can't figure out what else I should do for this city, as it is beautiful as is, and apart from just kind of ripping stuff up and doing little weird upgrades, the city's perfect. The city's perfect. So I'm going to go over quickly what I've done. It is the year 28. I've only spent 3 years or 2 years doing all of what I've done. I finished building all of this area, and you can tell I didn't really even come over here too much. The roads, building roads, it's hard to do a lot of the decoration and stuff when someone else is doing the other half. So for example, Ocean Man likes 5 and 3 lanes. I like 2 and 4 for humans. I don't know why. I default to 2 and 4 or 6 lanes for humans. I think even numbers for square and odd numbers for round characters. That's just the way I build my cities. If you ever look back, all of my round cities should usually have 3 or 5 wide roads, where the humans have odd numbers or even numbers. They'd have 2 and 4. So immediately off the bat, we got up to a different number of road size here. So we have 3 new paper makers. That is to help with the massive admin building I built. I built this huge admin building to go along with this huge library, and I put all of our technology into paper making. So 85,000 of our tech is put into paper making. And these mother hellers, these fucking, I don't know, I censored myself. I sometimes censor just because I feel like YouTube is gonna hate me. These freaking guys, they're not making paper fast enough, man, and it is barely keeping up with that. But that's just one problem for another series. There's always something, and paper making, notoriously bad. I've heard a lot of people complain about it. I think this update kind of fudged up paper making a little bit, making it really hard to get access to lots of paper. I usually import it. I don't have any trade partners right now, I don't think. I might have one. I've been beating people up and just taking all their money. You can see I have a good amount of money, and I bullied them out of it. And I have a good amount of stuff as well reserved. So I built this bridge, and I built these 2 parks. There's this park. This I didn't name, but this, you just can imagine some funny name for it, you know? And then this is the second. This is kind of the wharf area. I wanted it to have like a restaurant. It has the little warehouse and storage, bathhouse here, and some water access for people to kind of walk over. And then there's the well, some nice statues. There's supposed to be a little bench here so that they can sit, kind of relax inside this nice area, and we'll put an upgraded well. That was kind of just most of what I spent my time on, was building these decorative areas and then going to war, kind of getting money. But like I said, it's difficult to decorate a city that I didn't found, so I kind of have just been copy pasting. I copy pasted a bunch of houses. I built this giant asylum because we had insane people, like too many insane people. So there are 7 deranged in here, but we cured 58. There was like 58 deranged people throughout the city. Cured a bunch of deranged people. I removed all of the farms, and I built these nice fences around where they were, kind of like nature reserves, to commemorate all the destruction that we've done to this map. I kind of wanted to do that. I personally don't like the farms, and you can see a lot of our laborers, we have 255 now, but most if not all of our laborers were in these fields, in the pasture here. I turned it into a food stall, a warehouse, and a market, as well as a restaurant and lavatory. Basically just kind of urbanized the area, made everything a little more urban. I didn't want to affect the castle that Ocean Man built me, and I don't think I can top it. Like I said, I can't top what he did. This is the castle I built for Ocean Man and his brother. I wonder if Ocean Man's brother is still around. Oh, somebody has declared. The following factions are now at war with us. Codenreich and the Guild. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking about as to why I don't really want to keep going. So we'll click a peace treaty option. They immediately do not want the smoke, so I can barter as much as I want out of them. Click accept. Guild is the same kind of situation. They don't want it even more than the other guy. So I can just do that. Barter, and they'll give me a region. They gave me one of their regions, and I can just go over here. Where is it? This one? I honestly just don't even know what to do, because it's so simple where we're at. It's basically so repetitive, and kind of why I pushed off into the Factorio. I'm going to finish my Dundarian build as well today, so be sure to watch out for that. But this is the end of the Ocean Man series because of this reason, this kind of stuff here. Just being able to just capture a territory without... I could sit here, declare war on him, and take all of his funds and make him so mad, but he won't do anything because he can't do anything. I could beat up his army with a mercenary army. I could instantly hire it on top of his capital right here, right next to his capital. I could march to it and besiege him in 5 seconds flat. It's kind of a broken game in that regard, and it's not that I have anything against Songs. Songs is one of the greatest games ever made. That's why I did that little intro montage. It's such a beautiful game. The music, the atmosphere, it's all there. But when it comes to, I think, global control, it's a little lackluster. These aspects I do like, though. Being able to see the city actually grow, being able to see the farms and stuff, so you can see like the actual growth of that settlement throughout the area. That I like. But it's when you can sit here and send an army and bully this guy because he has 144 guys and he has $870,000. And I saw a person comment saying that that's not really an issue, that's just kind of true to diplomacy, and yes, I do agree. I I think that is not something Jake can really change, especially based on the fact that, like, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're just gonna run in there and mine people up like this. Look at, there's always gonna be that manipulation, but I think that until Songs gets a little bit more in line with what it needs to, I think the AI were strong before. They got weakened too much, and now they're too weak to even stand a chance. It used to be that the guys had armies of like 16,000 standing men, and if you saw Sarlo Winish here and he had his 16,000 man army, you wouldn't fight him. And in the past, my series went up to episode 20 because I had to wait specifically to build a real army in order to challenge that. And I think that's fair. I think that if a guy is a ruler, he should have a fairly large contingent. I also think that military forces should take longer to grow. Not the ones that you recruit, the conscripts, but somebody had mentioned that it shouldn't be an immediate purchase. I can immediately go like this. Here, we've got, what, 500 guys? How many guys do you have? Nobody. So I'll send him over. He's gonna go across this water here. We're gonna besiege him. Wait. Go like this. Hey, you don't want to die, right? So that's fine with you? Okay, perfect. And I could specifically just request the things I'd like from him. So he has a lot of things that I might want from this, like that. I could do all of this weird stuff, and I could even leave him with some that makes him like me. And he'll send that straight back to my house, right here. It's a caravan of thousands of goods. And it will fill my stores. So that's part of the reason why I had removed the option to import, because if you can do something, why not do it? And that's the main reason why Songs has this kind of conundrum where it's like you can manipulate your neighbors and you can bully them. On this series, at least on my Dundarian series, the neighbors don't do that. They will fight you to the last settlement, and they will never ever settle like for anything. They will always want like $4.5 million in return. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I know I ramble a little bit, and I don't talk negatively of this game. It is, like I said, perfect in every single way when it comes to the city building, when it comes to the aspect of the characters moving around, what's going on. That's perfect. It's just the diplomacy and the way that sometimes you get weird maps that kind of don't work with you and then work with you, and you'll have. I think that the average goods now, for some reason, are just always going to be like between 200 for for one, or literally like 20-40 here. So when you see this after you've spent 140 on like a fruit before, it's not as bad. You don't really feel too bad. And it's not like, oh, it's this region that's just got better food in that area. No, because it's kind of true for this stuff too. For this, prices are down as well. But some of the playthroughs will have extremely exorbitant prices. So you can make a lot more. Making money in this economy is a lot more challenging. You'd have to sell 100 times the products in order to get the same equivalent. So there's a lot of stuff that kind of between playthroughs has a little bit of wonkiness, and I think in the future it will definitely get ironed out. I hope. I know I always say that, but regardless, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Ocean Man. Go check out his channel. He is a great friend and a good dude. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.